Good evening, friends. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. You may start the first slide. I assume the slide is visible and I am audible. Today's topic is psychology of stupidity. And as usual, this will be an interactive session. Only thing is the interaction will take place through the chat box and you can ask questions after the completion of my presentation. Since there is a time restraint, I request you to ask one or two pointed questions that are relevant to the topic. One or two pointed questions relevant to the topic. So now I'm going to ask you one question. What do you think about this topic, this stupidity? Is it really important or is it really worth knowing? If it is yes, please in the chat box put why. Type the alphabet Y. Yes, Rima Ji, Y, Ashi Jain, Y. And okay, some people are not convinced, it seems. They are not sure whether it's really worth learning. Okay, I'm going to convince you. Because my job is first make the listeners realize the importance and necessity to know more about this stupidity. Why is India the world capital for selfie deaths? And what's being done to stop it? This guy was trying to take a selfie, video recording, and he was hit by the train. Every year, we do come across such news. Some people, while trying to take a selfie by standing in front of an oncoming train, they get hit and killed. And some people, they try to take a selfie by standing over the edge of a rock. They fall. They get killed. Some people take a selfie while riding a motor bike and they get into accident and get killed. Are these facts? Are you convinced? They die because of their stupidity? If you are convinced, put Y in the chat box. Yes, Srimar Nairji, Y, Ravindranath, Y, yes. So this is happening every day. And when I read the newspaper, I don't miss to read such news. And this guy, he tried to take a selfie in front of a wild elephant. And he was killed. We went there with some of his friends. Obviously, some of their friends, they were also taking with their mobile cam pictures. This smartphone has made millions of people stupid. And this smartphone is actually killing thousands of people because of this selfie mania. Mission of PANSIGHT, that is my platform. Entertain, educate, enlighten, and empower. And my goal, the bottom line is to empower you with information, knowledge, and wisdom to make your life a heaven. What is the purpose of today's webinar? Let's help you know and understand what is stupidity. Is stupidity a handicap? Is stupidity dangerous? Is stupidity curable or preventable? Already you are aware stupidity could be dangerous. They can kill you. And it is a handicap also. You are going to know more about that one. Then, if you think that stupidity is not curable, no, my dear friends, it is curable. May not be 100%, but it is curable. And it is preventable also. There are plenty of books on this topic. Understanding stupidity, the problem with stupid, the cure for stupidity. The very fact that there are numerous books written on this topic itself will validate the need and necessity to know, understand more about stupidity. Are you convinced? If you are convinced, put Y in the chat box. Are you convinced? These books, plenty of books, nobody is going to write a book, nobody is going to publish a book unless there is a market for such books. Thank you, Rimaji. Why? Otherwise, some people may think, okay, this guy has nothing else to do, so he is talking about stupidity. Now, who wants to know about stupidity? That kind of an assumption. So I'm trying to dispel that assumption. Definition. The topic is psychology of stupidity. So psychology definition. Scientific study of the human mind and the reasons for people's behavior. Because by studying the human mind, we are trying to know more about how the mind functions and why a person behaves in a particular way. Because eventually, our behavior is determined by our mindset. And what exactly is stupidity? Behavior that shows a lack of good sense or judgment. Shows a lack of good sense or judgment. And that is where the guys who were killed while trying to take a selfie by standing in front of an oncoming train and trying to take a selfie of a wild elephant, that is lack of good judgment. Do you agree? If you agree, why? Because you must know what exactly is stupidity. People use stupidity. But that definition must be clear. Okay, thank you. Yes. Life is tough, but it is tougher if you are stupid. John Wayne, American actor. I like this quote very much. Because everyday life is tough for not only human beings, for every living being. Every living being. Somebody's microphone is unmuted. Let me make if Sanal Kumar is not here. Srikumar and Nair is it Suraj. I will make my son Suraj too as my co-host. Suraj, I would like you to mute if somebody unintentionally turns on the microphone. Every living being in the jungle. What about the everyday? A deer or a zebra Life is tough. Lions and other tigers, they are all waiting to kill them. So life is tough, but it is tougher if you are stupid. Remember, when you are dead, you do not know you are dead. It is only painful for others. The same applies when you are stupid. Ricky Gervais is an English comedian. If you are dead, if your dead body is not removed and cremated promptly, that will decay, stink, and that will be a problem for everybody. It's not a problem for the dead body. That dead body has no problem. The same way, if you are stupid, whatever you say, whatever you do, will be a pain for other people. Because of stupidity, if you insult somebody, whatever you say, your words, that is happening every day. Especially in India, every day in the political, some politicians, that's what they do. And they get into legal trouble also. Have I explained myself clear? And this topic, my dear friends, I have information, knowledge, real life stories, lot. I can give a talk for 20 hours because whatever I have collected over a period of 20 years. So obviously, this topic is for less than 1 hour. So I'll be sharing only 5% of what I know. Only 5%. The same applies when you are stupid. People who are stupid, they don't realize they are stupid. Stupid people don't realize they are stupid. This is interesting. Don't fear artificial intelligence. Fear natural stupidity. I don't see anybody smiling. My goodness, Shaji Prabhat is sitting, holding the breath. That is a joke, man. That is a reality, a sarcastic that one. Don't worry about artificial intelligence. Worry about natural stupidity. Do you agree? Let me see how many of you agree that one. That quotation. Rashi Jain, yes. Ravindranath, yes. Yes. Rima, thank you. Real stupidity beats artificial intelligence every time. Terry Pratchett, British writer. Artificial intelligence is no match to natural stupidity. In politics, stupidity is not a handicap. Napoleon. I want to get your feedback. That Napoleon's words, some of you may agree, some of you may not agree. If you don't agree, just in the chat box put N. Give me an opportunity to subsequently convince you the validity and veracity of Napoleon's words. In the chat box, if you are not convinced, if you don't agree, if you don't put it, N, okay, Akrashi Jain, N, okay, Jay Chandran also. Stupidity is not a handicap. Thank you. So you have given me the opportunity. So it is my responsibility to convince you with real life stories. So that is a challenge for me. I love challenges. Have you heard this term, Kakistocracy? A state or country run by the worst, least qualified or most unscrupulous citizens. Now, how many of you now agree with that situation in India and in other countries also? Is there Kakistocracy? That those who are in the power, they have no vision. Do you agree? If you agree, good. Why? Why? My goodness. So there is no Kakistocracy in Kerala? Yes, Dr. Jayachandran, Dr. Shivasudan. Okay. So there, and what about in America also? Kakistocracy? Lakshmi, everything. So Ashiji, I think I know that you will be leaving soon, but later, watch my video recording so that you'll be convinced that stupidity is not a handicap in politics. That is why they are able to come to power. They get the power, and then they damage everything. Growth and development in Kerala is virtually zero. My friends in Kerala, they are all here. Do you agree with my statement? Virtually, growth and development in Kerala is very poor. In the chat box, let me see how many of you. Don't worry. Don't be afraid of anybody. Dr. Lakshmi says, yes. Shivasudan, yes. Why is it happening? Jayachandranji, yes. Okay, Ashish Jain says for Delhi it is also zero. So they are against this Kakistocracy. Ashish ji. How did he come to power? People voted and elected that Aam Aadmi Party guy. Yes, Dr. Shivasudan says voters are stupid. Majority, not all. And those who are not stupid, what do? They don't go for voting. 20 to 30% people who are not stupid, they don't go for voting. That itself is stupidity. By not going for voting, they are making all these fraud and incompetent guys come to power. But they are intelligent. But their action, stupid. If you have good rich sense of humor, you'll be able to get this humor. If you got it, the humor, in the chat box, I put why. Some people may not get it. If you got it, on the left side, those who have time, stand in line here. Only one person is standing. On the right side, those who don't have time, stand in line here. Look at that one. How many people? Did you get that humor? If you got it, put why. What is happening? Sense of humor? Okay, I will give an explanation. I will explain that one. In USA, most of the roads, 4-lane traffic. And in some intersections, 2 lanes on the left are for turning to the left. If you want to turn left, 2 lanes. And when I drive, I find that is 2 lanes, 1 lane. I see usually 6 or 7 cars waiting for the red light to change to green light. The other lane, there may be no car or maybe 1 car. I choose the lane where there's no car or one car so that I'll be able to, the moment it turns green, I can turn left. Are you convinced? That is just like that lane. Is this example, real life example, convincing? So I find that one almost every day. I wonder why. I don't have an answer. Scott Adams is a cartoonist. You can never underestimate the stupidity of the general public. Most probably, Scott Adams also must have witnessed the behavior of the motorists in the traffic that might have prompted him to come with that sarcastic comment. There are numerous examples. Numerous. There is more stupidity than hydrogen in the universe, and it has a longer shelf life. Frank Zappa, American musician. Albert Einstein's words, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Is there any wisdom in Albert Einstein's words? Is it true? If it is true, just put Y in the chat box. Yes, Devendanaji, Ashi Jain. That's what is happening most of the time. We find that some people, they do the same thing again and again when it's not working. Now you are going to read my quotation, paraphrased. Stupidity is doing the same thing again and again, expecting positive outcome. I'm apolitical, but I can give a real life political example. In Kerala, always the voters choose either the LDF or UDF. LDF, UDF. No progress, no growth. But they don't even consider a third alternative. They don't. And they expect the same people to change. Miracles. Literacy rate is high. What about UP, Uttar Pradesh? Literacy rate is low. When the Congress party failed to deliver or honor their commitments, the voters kicked them out of power. Then they gave power to BSP, Mayavati. When she failed, she was also kicked out. Then SP, Akhilesh Yadav. When he didn't deliver, he was also kicked out. Then Yogi Adityanath, he delivered, so second time also they chose him. Land order situation was terrible. Crime rate was very high before Yogi Adityanath came to power. Infrastructure, everything awful. Now, UP has attracted lot of foreign direct investment. Samsung, there are huge factories in UP. What about Kerala? FDI? What is Kerala? Where are we? But we won't change. We will try only left, LDF or UDF. We won't try anything else. And we always criticize UP. We make fun of UP. But look at the growth and development of UP. Are you convinced about this real political example? Be honest. Put in the chat box if you are convinced. Put why. Yes, Sanal Kumar. Why? Sriman Nair. Why? Don't be afraid. Yes, Lakshmi ji, yes. That is what is happening. Because of public, most of them are stupid. Their actions prove. I told you, I'm not against any particular political party. I have great admiration for Rajiv Gandhi. If some of you, your children may be in USA, Canada, or England, doing some IT job, that is because of Rajiv Gandhi. A great leader with a visionary. The same way, a lot of changes now happening. India is the 5th largest economy in the world. And infrastructure, tremendous growth. Modi is also a visionary. If I talk about Rajiv Gandhi, people are happy. If I talk about Modi, oh, he's a Sangi, he's a Pingy, all those things. Come on, be objective, man. I'm sharing facts. Seven root causes behind stupid behavior. Poor listening and fake listening. If you don't know the difference between poor listening and fake listening, good. No, N, the chat box, I will explain that one. Sanal Kumar, no. Okay? Poor listening and the fake listening. Sanal Kumar, are you the only person who is dumb? Okay. Ajit also. It seems that many people, they know what fake listening is. I didn't know what fake listening is until I started doing a lot of reading and research for this talk. Poor listening. They don't listen. It's so evident. When you are talking to them, and they may be looking here, there, and all those things, they won't give you an eye contact, and they may be just with their cell phone, fiddling with the cell phone, and frequently looking at the watch. They are restless, or they interrupt you and they call somebody else. While you are talking to that person, they may call their granddaughter, Mole, that is poor listening. Fake listening. They pretend. They try to give you the impression that they are listening. So how do you know whether this guy is a fake listener? Three things. We watch that one. A fake listener is also impatient. They are faking that one, but they are impatient. That impatience will be relieved the eye blink rate. The eye will be blinking very fast. If they are fake listeners, eyes will be blinking like this. Or they may just stop listening to you. They may think about something else, what they are planning to do in the evening or something like that. Then what happens? It will be a blank expression. They'll be staring at you. Infrequent blinking. Third one. Over nodding. They nod for everything. Shiriyan. Now is it clear? Fake listening. If it is clear, the chat box put why. So next time you have to diagnose if somebody, whether that guy is a fake listener. Don't waste your time in talking to that person. He is a fake listener. Period. Thinking skill deficiency. Unfortunately, we don't get any training in the formal education, schools or colleges, in how to think. That's very important. I didn't know. I learned the art of thinking by reading books. By reading, there are plenty of books. How to think. Whole brain thinking. My dear friends, it made a huge difference from my own personal experience. Once you know how to think, you will be able to manage adversities, everyday life, challenges, adversities. So thinking skill deficiency, if you don't know, you'll do stupid things. When you don't know how to do, you'll do something. That something most of the time will be something stupid. Don't do something. Do the right thing. Emotions, I'll come to that one later. Emotion is uncontrolled emotions, or strong emotions, assumptions. This is why most of the marriages these days, they end in divorce. In India, even now, most of the marriages are arranged marriages. And what do the parents do? Stupid people. They look at the boy. They don't bother to find out his character, his personality, his values. They look at his educational qualification and how much salary. Oh, he's working for IBM. He's getting 1.5 lakhs. And he's working for Amazon. 1.5. Okay. So he's the right person for my daughter. The boy's parents also, the daughter, what about her assets? Their parents, they're rich, wealthy, and is she also qualification, working somewhere? That's enough. Assumption will be the right match. Do you agree with my observation about this assumption? Because you won't get all these things in any book. Because my talk, I don't just put a cut and paste. These are all my own original thoughts. Okay, now, Vajrakumari, yes. Yes. Thank you. Rimaji, yes. That's stupidity. Prejudice. Bias. If you have prejudice, then you won't like that person. You will hate that person. And you won't, even if that person gives you a right advice or good guidance, you will ignore. And you do something, that'll be stupid. Laziness, obvious. Because of laziness, there are plenty of people, they procrastinate and they miss the deadline, or they do something which is substandard work, they get fired. They get fired. Sanal Kumar, do you agree? If you agree, in the chat box put why. Because Sanal Kumar knows he is in this field. Good. Thank you. And Dr. Ravindranath also agrees. Thank you. Jayachandran, yes. Laziness. That's stupidity. It will cost your own job and your career. Then CMM Syndrome. You won't find it in any book. I coined this one. CMM Syndrome stands for closed mind and open mouth. Closed mind, open mouth. They won't listen to. They are not open to any new ideas, new thoughts, nothing. They keep on chattering. Such people also, they won't learn anything. If you don't listen, you are missing an opportunity to learn something. Here also, some of my friends here, I talk to them at least 3 or 4 times in a week. When they talk to me, I listen to them. Am I right? I don't interrupt them. And I do ask them before giving a talk. I say, hey, I'm going to give a talk on stupidity. Can you tell me some 3 or 4 points? Then I listen. Chat box, am I right? Do I do that one? Am I a good listener? And this one, in the hospital where I worked, that is a patient they nominated for me for Primary Care Service Award for excellent customer service. Most of them, what they wrote, Dr. Reddiar is a very good listener. Dr. Reddiar doesn't treat me like a number. So I learned no fake listening. Because they get convinced that I listen to them, because after they say something as some follow-up questions, specifically pointed to them, oh, so 3 days you have been vomiting. Then they know, okay, so you are listening to me. So you took that tablet, so you have been taking this tablet for 1 month. Then they know I was listening. So customer satisfaction. And because of that, patient trust. In the patient trust, then that makes a huge difference. Even if you give plain water, it will work. A placebo effect. If they trust you, their confidence in you, your words will work like magic. For stupidity-provoking emotions, I created an acronym, FLAG. Fear, love, anger, greed. We talk about the fear. COVID pandemic, phobia. One of my relatives, he is now going to be 79 or something like that. I don't want to mention his name or his physical location. He has not left his house since the beginning of pandemic. His son, who was around 50 years old, he died a couple of years back because of heart attack. And he was in another state, the driving distance around 4 hours. He didn't go. Participate in the funeral or just to give a tribute to his son's dead body. His granddaughter, she got married again last year. The wedding hall was hardly 2 or 3 kilometers from his home. He didn't go there. Is it stupidity or not? That fear made him do all these things. If it is stupidity, fear, put chat box here. Yes. So these are all real life examples. I failed, and several times I told him, I'm a medical doctor. Don't worry. This is something, no. Fear is such a strong negative emotion. It can impair your judgment. If you are under the control of fear, most of your decisions won't be rational. And you will get into all sorts of problems. And your life will become a hell. Then, love. Too much of love. When you love somebody, if it is too much, you are going to trust that person. You will consciously ignore all the negative qualities or traits of that one. That blind that one trust. It is easy for the other person to betray you. And you may do many things. Singania. Do you know Singania? The Raymonds. You know Raymonds. That one, the chairperson. Vijay Singania. His love for his son, so blind. And everything while he is living, everything he gave to his son, assuming or believing that his son will take care of him, son will be nice and very happy, grateful. What happened? His son kicked him out of that place. And Singania has been fighting a legal battle to restore all those things. This is a real example. Check in the Google. And there's a video also of Singania. Don't do this mistake. Don't do this mistake. Stupidity. That is love. Then anger. Anger is temporary madness. Out of madness. Remember, you are not able to control anger. Two friends go to the bar for drinking, and after some time, some conversation, and they get into an argument, and one guy stabs the other guy. Or with that bottle, he stabs and kills. Stupidity. Anger is a very, again, strong emotion. And lastly, greed. Now you know, that is Kerala. Adu, Manchiam, Tek, and all those, Sabrina, the total for you, and Dr. Naveen, about all this investment, 30%, 40%. Wherever they are saying, this one, greed, people who are greedy, they will do all these stupid things. They get into trouble. Do you agree? The chat box, this greed part. There are plenty of people from Kerala, so they'll be able to understand and appreciate the examples, real life examples. So if you want to cure your stupidity, don't be greedy. The message is, stop being greedy. Then your stupidity level will be very low. I have defined that 100%, the 100% American as 99% an idiot. George Bernard Shaw. I'll quickly give a real life example. I'll ask you a question. Do you think that the fingerprint will expire? Do you think the fingerprint will expire? If it is yes, why? If it is no, no. Sanal, no. Only one person says no. Fingerprint, Ashijan, no. And 25 years ago, while I was waiting for my green card, there was some delay, and I received a letter from the immigration office that your fingerprint has expired, so you must come on such and such day to give a fresh fingerprint. 1 year later, my fingerprint has expired. I'm not kidding. Go to the Google and find out here. Even now they are saying that 15 months, then the fingerprint expires. You have to go for a new fingerprint. In Canada, it is 10 years. So what about the stupidity level? I think that you will rarely see such kind of stupidity, as in plenty. Talking to fools is like lighting a torch for the blind. The blind cannot see. The same way when you talk to give a good advice or good guidance, the fools, they won't be able to, because they are stupid. How is that little children are so intelligent and men so stupid? It must be education that does it. What do you think about this quotation? Do you like it? If you think like it, say yes. That Alexander Dumas, Sanal Kumar, true. Evandraji, true. And do you know when did he make that comment? Not yesterday or day before yesterday. In the 19th century, education, 19th century. Now, terrible. With the formal education, most of them are really stupid. This is my own quote. Stupidity grows and develops inside closed minds and prejudiced minds. Do you think that my observation or comment is true? If it is true, the chat box put T. Closed minds, Lakshmi, yes. Arijan Sankumar, true. So that is again my suggestion. Get rid of prejudices. Keep an open mind. It is hard to win an argument with a smart person. It is damn near impossible to win an argument with a stupid person. Bill Murray, American actor and comedian. And my father used to say, my father was the 4th grader, he used to say, കാട്ടാളന്റെ അടുത്തും മുട്ടാളന്റെ അടുത്തും തർക്കിക്കാൻ പോകരുത്. Very wise man. കാട്ടാളന്റെ അടുത്തും മുട്ടാളന്റെ അടുത്തും. Kattalan is a tribal guy. Muttalan is a stupid guy. The Kattalan is because of ignorance. The other guy is because of stupidity. Never argue and waste your time. You are not going to win. In the remote past, I used to waste my time by arguing with some people, trying to convince them. Then I realized, no, this guy is too stupid, so stupid, I won't be able to. These days, the moment I diagnose, My intuition says, okay, this guy is stupid. Then I don't waste my time. I either change the topic or I leave that place. That's what I do for my peace of mind. Any man can make a mistake, only a fool keeps making the same one. Cicero. Many, though widely read, have no sense. This also in BC. If you think that reading, education will make a person really wise and all those things, look at the next slide. This happened just last year. The guy on the left is Monson Maungal. The person who is sitting on that chair is a former DGP. This is another IG. That guy said he has ancient old artifacts. That is the throne of Tipu Sultan. The other guy holding Tipu Sultan's sword. Nobody bothered to find out from where did he get that one, how did he get that one, nothing. IPS and all those things. And that guy immediately put that on the Facebook post and he was able to get more credibility. He was able to cheat more people. Did this happen? In the chat box, my dear friends, say, because some people are from outside Kerala. They don't know. So what I'm saying is true? Yes. So that is what that literacy or education, wide reading, they are not going to help. That is in the BZ. Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups. American stand-up comedian. The stand-up comedians, they tell the truth with a sarcastic tone. I had the opportunity, I am sure some of you had the opportunity to be in some meetings. As a doctor in the hospital staff meetings, 15 or 20 people. Stupidity, my goodness, most of the decisions are taken by a bunch of stupid people. No rationality. That George Carlin, that is true. Now, prescription to cure prevents stupidity. So eventually, I have to give you the remedial steps. Read self-development books. I would like you to watch this video recording later or take a screenshot of this one and save it. Read self-development books. Practice good listening skills. When you listen, you will learn something more, what the other person is saying. In Kerala, in Malayalam, there is an old saying, Kala pettennu kettal kayareduttondu odum. That means the moment somebody says that, hey, that bull has delivered a calf. Really? Okay, they take the rope and go there to tie the calf. They don't even think. They don't even listen carefully. How can a bull deliver? It's not a cow. So poor listening. So listen well. Ask probing questions. If it is not clear, don't hesitate to ask some questions, leading questions. Hey, why do you say that? Why? I ask a lot of probing questions. Then you know whether whatever that person is saying is really, that is truthful, or whether that has got some merit. So that you don't do any stupid things. Ask a probing question. Hunt for facts and evidence. These days, what is happening? Many people, they immediately blindly believe whatever comes in the WhatsApp. They forward. And they believe. They don't even check the facts or anything. I do fact checking. Even before giving a talk like this one, fact checking. Verified everything. Then last one is critical thinking skills. Develop that one. I recommend some books for reading. Quotations. Whole brain thinking. Naam Munnottu. This is K.P. Keshav Menon, Madhubhumi, founding chief editor. If you don't have a lot of time, these 3 books. Every quotation is packed with knowledge and wisdom. I have a personal collection of more than 40,000 quotations and proverbs collected over a period of 40 years. That is my strength, that is my asset. So I promised I'll entertain you, educate you, entertain you, empower you. Did I meet or my honor, my commitment? If so, yes. Say yes if I have. Delivered. Just like Yogi Adityanath. Have I delivered? Or have I, okay, Ashish Jainji, yes. So I didn't betray you. I kept my promise. Now the upcoming talks, next week, stress fighting foods. Psychology of burnout. Do you find these topics interesting? Stress fighting foods. Now we have 4 minutes left. Excited 9 o'clock, I will stop the recording. So in this 4 minutes, you can ask a question. As I told you, a pointed question. If you are not an opinion, question now. Then after 9, I'll stop the recording. Then I'm not going to go away. We will continue the discussion. At that time, if you have your opinions, your comments, yes. I don't mind staying for 30 minutes or 1 hour. So question, if you want to ask a question, okay, Shajiji, please make sure that it is a question. Ashiji, okay, ask a question. Go ahead.
Sir, my question is, don't you think that stupidity is part of our life? At times we do stupidity knowingly. At times, not every time, but at times we do. Don't you agree?
Okay, now that question is part of life. That question is, do you think is it a part of life? My this one answer is, very smart people at times they play dumb. They play dumb. That is deliberately they play dumb to trick another person, so that that person will underestimate you. This I have done. When I had the work, legal battle with my employer, management, I used to pretend dumb. So they will get more arrogant. They think that this guy is stupid, this guy is weak, and they will do many things. They will give you more weapons. Do you follow me? That is what I used to do then. Pretend that you are dumb. Okay, Shajiji, question.
Venuji,
Thank you, sir.
do you think that intelligence has a relation with stupidity?
Okay, good question. Intelligence and these are all totally different. A highly intelligent person doesn't mean that all his decisions will be wise. Intelligence is testing most of the time their memory. Examination, they test your intelligence, your ability to memorize. They don't test your thinking skills, common sense. For example, I'll give you an example. Without mentioning the name, you'll know who I am talking about. One guy in Kerala, some of you may not know him. Privately, if you call me, I'll tell you that name. That guy, SSLC, first rank holder. That in pre-degree, first rank holder. BTech from IIT, first rank holder. Civil service examination, IAS, first rank holder. And in his career, terrible. He couldn't achieve anything. Constantly in fight with the government and nowhere he has reached. This example, Shajiji, I believe that you are aware of this person, highly intelligent. If you test his IQ, don't mention the name, please. If you test his IQ, it will be easily more than 140 or 150. You are so stupid, he chose the wrong career. He didn't have that common sense to know. If you get into this one, you will have to take the orders. You will be at the beck and call of politicians who are a third grader or illiterate people. Where is that wisdom? So high IQ and along with that high SQ, stupidity quotient also. This is my own, this one. Stupidity quotient is also very high. Now I am going to stop the recording. Don't go away. We will continue the discussion. Okay, let me stop the recording. Thank you all for your active participation. Please don't forget to share this video recording with the teenagers so that you can save them, help them from doing stupid things in their life.